Well, welcome to the review. Okay, I think things got a little carried away there. I'm not gonna do that again. Sorry, Jess, scared the dog. All right, you guys know exactly what we're doing. We're gonna review 2 heaters. We used both of them, just bought the biggest one today, and I'm gonna tell you why I like each one. Differences, why one's better, one's worse, if that's even the case. Not really, it depends what you need, and they are all very suitable for certain applications. So, let's go. We got the little buddy here. Little one. And we got the big Bertha. This is the big buddy. So, we're gonna go over this really quickly now. So, I recently upgraded to the big boy because the little one was doing fine, but we're out in it was minus 30 the other night in the tent with the wind, so it was colder. That's okay in an insulated tent, I think. We got a 3-man pop-up, but for mild temperatures, it's just fine. But we're going out later and it's really cold with the wind, and we're in Saskatchewan, it always blows, so I wanted to get the bigger one. If you have a little tent, this little guy with insulation, even without insulation, it was actually fine. But with camera gear and everything, I don't want it freezing up, slowing down, which already happened once, but we got the issue fixed just with, we put it under the actual camera itself, and it seemed to work pretty good. So we're just gonna go over the specifications on each one. You guys decide what you want. They're all good for certain applications, like I was just saying. Don't judge me. I don't like fixing stuff in post edit if I don't have to. This is the big one, 18,000 BTUs. It's got the 2 burners in it, and on each side you put the 1-pound propane tanks, and it has 3 settings. The low setting is 4,000 BTUs, and then you go to the medium, it's 9,000. If you crank it up on high, it goes to 18,000 BTUs. And using the 18,000, it uses both tanks. If you're medium to low, you're only gonna need 1 tank, so it makes it a lot easier. And it does about 450 square feet with this big guy. Same as this one, they all have the automatic tip over, so if they get tipped over anything in the tent, they're gonna auto shut off. And they also got the low oxygen, which is kind of good because you lose track of time. And if you're in a really confined space, you might get a little gassed out. And most tents got vents on the top, so you, holy man, it's getting cold in here. I just turned my heater off, so actually you could hear me a lot better. So like I was saying, they got auto shut-offs in both of them, low oxygen and tip over. There's an adapter you can get for this one too. It's actually sold out, I couldn't get it. But you can get an adapter, go to your 20-pound propane tank from this guy. And if you buy 3 of those little 1-pounders, it's $18, I think. So the adapter's 40 bucks, so you're better off to get that one. But I just stuck to the green ones for now because they were out. So those will just do for now. And it makes it more convenient. It's easier to haul it around instead of bringing your big propane tank too. And there's a lot of confusion. These did come with fans, and they do still come with fans, but in the States. The ones that were shipping up to Canada, I found out that if it's 2018 or older now, they don't come with the fans, and the reason being, in all the comments is what I read, it was to do with tariffs and all that good stuff. It would have cost them more to leave the fans in, so they discontinued that. But I tried it in the house, and it freaking smokes, this thing. It's awesome. I don't even think you need the fan. If you're in a tent, it's gonna just rise up, come down. It's gonna be so hot, I don't think it's necessary at all, unless you're in a big open space. But it says it can do 450 square feet. I'll just show you really quickly. On each side, they open up, so I only need to show you the one. And all you do is you just open it up like regular. And this is on a swivel, so you just swivel it out, swivel, and you tighten it up and put it back in. So it makes it a lot easier. Both sides too. And like I was saying, it's the medium to low only needs 1 tank, but if you're doing high, you're gonna need both tanks. And they were saying on high, at 18,000 BTUs, I believe it's about 3.8 hours. So just call it 4 hours on 2 tanks. And the medium to low, 1 tank, it goes from 6 to 8 hours. So it's a lot longer on the 1 tank. But I don't think even if you're in a small tent, you won't even need the high setting. It's totally unnecessary. This thing's a beast. I'm glad I bought it. I need it for the camera gear, staying late. It's Saskatchewan. It's freaking cold. So I think that thing's awesome. What else? Don't judge me. I told you don't judge me. Make sure. I hate fixing stuff in post-edit. And this thing right here, this one does 100 square feet opposed to 450 square feet. Like I was saying, in small tents, especially insulated, if it's not that windy, this thing is just fine. I just wanted a bigger one because of the camera gear, and it was minus 30, 35 with the wind. And I'm trying to do some night fishing. So it's got the same thing, low oxygen sensor. It'll shut off. You won't hurt yourself. It's got the tip over sensor, and if you listen, you can hear it. It's a ball. So it's a ball that works in there with the valve somehow. Same with that one if you shake it, so that's normal sound. And it's pretty well the same. This one does this one's 3,800 BTUs. The lowest setting on this guy is 4,000. So the low to this thing max is about the same. Gives you kind of an idea. But if you compare the center, you can see the burner tubes. I don't know what they're called. Burner grills. I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is about half the size as one of those ones, so it's 4 times the size. Cheap smokes. It puts a lot of heat out. It's awesome. And the same thing with this one. Bottom comes off. You screw it in the bottom's pretty basic. I do not need to show you how to unscrew a tank. Pretty simple. And let's just fire them up really quickly. You guys can see what they're like. It's all radiant heat. It's still good, like I was saying. This thing is freaking, you could put weenies on. You could put jerky on there. I know that's stupid. So, we're just gonna show you really quickly to start this one. All you do is press and hold this, and I'll show you in the tube. Press and hold. Hope it's lit. Press and hold. Give it a second to warm up. That's probably good. That's more than a second. I lied. Is it going? I can't see. It's going. It is, guys. I can't wait to use this. Press down. And there she goes. You can probably see that from there too. Press and hold, let it warm up. Release, it'll go. That one out. Shouldn't happen. Good review. Well, that was extremely awkward and bad timing. Jeez. It actually stopped working. And I actually just sold this probably half hour ago, but we got it fixed now. I had to turn the camera off. Apparently, actually I'm glad this happened, so now everybody can know too. This thing I've only used, is it still working? Oh yeah, it's working. I've only been using this thing probably a month and a half. It gets dirty very easily apparently, and I don't know, I'm surprised. But anyways, when it's dirty, it won't feed the propane through anything. You gotta blow it out. So you gotta take it all apart, blow it out with the air gun, or use one of these dust bunnies, and it cleans it all out. You gotta take it apart, take the sides off the screws. It's not hard. And just for where the propane comes through, it gets gummed up. So you blow it out and then it'll work. So I'm glad that actually happened right now. So now we know that. And this guy is humming. So this guy's going and this guy's going now. So that's really good to know that these gum up very easily, and I'm actually really surprised. I don't know about these yet, but be prepared if you're gonna buy this thing. A little bit of maintenance. It wasn't hard, just take the screws off on this side, and then you just blow it apart. But that's another video for another time. But this guy's going to the neighbor. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something and pick the right one for the right application.